Believe that everything happens either without or within. You see, we hear the sounds outside. Oh, it's happening outside. And somebody else will say, no, it's happening within you because my brain is pounding, hearing that hammering outside or that screaming outside, and I can hear it in my auditory nerve. So is it then inside and outside? What would you say?
Both.
It's both at the same time. You see? It's both at the same time. But there isn't either or. In presence there is no either or. Feel that. You see? It is. And when we move with that isness, there can be no separation, no selfishness, no lack of love, no misunderstanding. You see? Total, absolute clarity. It is so simple. The belief that there is a separate God from you. I was brought up in that belief. I know many religious people believe that. They actually pray to God. Who do you pray to when you pray? Who do you pray to?
Well, I sort of think of it as, I still think of it, I guess, as my higher self, but I'm asking to give me the answer that I'm looking for.
Okay. So prayer is that form of thing. There is a part in us that at this moment it is not clear yet. It still may be caught a little bit. Okay? And then automatically becomes a prayer. So what you're doing is giving it to the allness that you are. Right? You see? And that allness will respond. So you're praying to presence which you are. You see? But whenever there is doubt, whenever there is fear, whenever there's uncertainty, whenever somehow you're shaken up to the point where you're in a fog, I don't know what to do now, stop. And pray to this presence. I call it the I am presence. And that very thing reminds you that in presence there is no lack. Nothing is limited. Nothing can be unanswered. Because it is complete. Listen to that. Complete. Infinite. Total. Eternal. There's no end. There's no beginning. Just is. Imagine the beauty of that. And all you have to do is just, I am. And remember that. And the moment you remember that, comes the answer. You see, you prayed for an answer and you heard it immediately because you were open to it. So that's what prayer really is. Prayer is also, yeah.
So prayer is merging?
Prayer is merging. That's beautiful. There is a tree there and you say, oh my God, it's such a beautiful tree. Nature, and you look and you see it for the first time. That's a prayer. You see, it's merging with the tree. You're with a child and you hold that child and you're loving that child. There's a merging with the child. That's a prayer. A prayer is merging. It is a oneness. You see? It is as a melting with what is. You know? And at the same time, because there's no separation between you and that. Yeah. I like that word, merging. Yeah. Yeah.
Yet, Burt, there seems to be most of the prayers that we have from, the sages or whatever.
Yeah.
Are praying to, something, like they're calling it by a name of something.
Yeah, that's okay too, though, you see. Did you ever really look at the Father's prayer, our Father who art in heaven?
Yeah.
Listen to those words, and it's all about presence. You see, I think we covered it once here, didn't we?
I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there. Okay, I'll make it very brief. Our Father. What is our Father? Presence. Yeah. Who art in heaven? Well, of course it's in heaven. It's bliss, it's beauty, it's compassion, it's love, it's joy, it's total. Who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Oh my God, yeah. Oneness, presence. It's hallowed be thy name. It's your name is divine, it's perfect, it's total. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Of course, there's no duality. Heaven and earth now and then, it's all one. There is no separation at any time. Hallelujah. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Okay? Give us this day, the now, this moment, which is our daily bread. It is not just what we eat, but this now, this moment is complete, our daily bread. And forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass. Am I missing something here? Okay? This means as we forgive them, we forgive us as we forgive others. What is forgiveness? Do you know that forgiveness is one of the greatest gifts we've been given? That no matter what you're feeling, no matter how much guilt or shame or problems that you have, you can forgive and it's forgiven immediately. All it requires is your consent. You see? That's it. And if you say to yourself, it is forgiven, it is. You see? It is. Because there's separation between you and Father. Father and Son are one. When Jesus performed miracles, and Jesus was a beautiful being, beautiful human being, who reached great proportion, great attachment with that which is. And he said, when he performed miracles, he said, the Father and I are one. You see? And everything that I do, the works that I do, are done by the Father. Which of course, but this is the way to explain it to the people around him, which is saying that this presence that I am is doing everything. You know? And then of course, he was called Jesus the Christ. He became Christ when he was, I think, 30 or something like that, which means he reached the ultimate understanding, the ultimate recognition of who he was. You know, which is very beautiful. Anyway, so when sages have certain prayers, and they do, there's nothing wrong with them, they do give them as certain prayers for people to say, you know, and people memorize them and say them and they don't know what they're saying. But at the same time, it's a beginning. At least they're giving them, because you see what happens when a person is coming from an ego and is not given any guidance. To them, prayer means, give me. You see? For example, I want my son to be healed. Heal my son. And if the son is not healed, then we've got somebody to blame. You see what I mean? And this is what's happening all the time. So therefore, we're given a prayer in such a way that it's very conducive to the presence, to the totality.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What about certain syllables or words that are said to have power just by saying
Yes,
them?
they do have power. Yes, yes, many words. Did you know that the word is one of the most powerful words? The word Om is one of the most powerful words. This is why we have to listen. For example, have you ever been outside in total silence where there is not a sound anywhere? No cars, no airplanes, nothing. And just listen. And you can almost hear Om. You can actually hear. Do you know that the word Om is the most powerful vibration? And when you chant it from your heart totally, completely, it actually raises your vibrations. And there's music that you can hear. I have a record that I play every time I give Super Sentience, and it's called Inner Harmony. And it raises the vibrations too when you play it, when you tune in. You see, so there's a law that has very, very high vibrations, and it's a very high frequency energy. You see, because everything is energy. Presence is energy, and when the presence is experienced, you actually feel higher frequency, and that higher frequency can be experienced in anything. See, music is one of them. For example, calling divine names is very powerful too. You know, even the word, even if you were brought up, for example, in the Christian, okay, and Jesus became to you a symbol, an icon of the presence, and you use it that way, and you use the word Jesus, that too can be very powerful.